Well, it's been like 2 months since Fallout 76 came out, and I think it's safe to say that the game kinda fucked things up pretty bad. The game has definitely left a bad taste in everyone's mouth, with the shitty microtransactions in the game being in a completely broken state for a fully released AAA title. 76 was a massive disappointment for fans, and especially myself, because I was actually quite optimistic about Fallout 76. With it being a survival game spin-off, I was hoping for it to be a much more survival game like Rust or Ark, but in like Fallout kind of way, and even then they kind of fucked it. So I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do with Fallout 76, but you know, we're here now. Right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kieran, and today we're going to be talking about the future of Fallout. We're not going to be continuing talking about Fallout 76, we're going to be looking forwards into the future and what we should expect from the eventual Fallout 5. Of course, we aren't going to be ignoring Fallout 76 for the entire video, because to be better, you must learn from your mistakes, and BGS needs to learn from all of their shitty practices and decision making before moving on to Starfield, so yeah. First of all, before anyone says in the chat, no, I do not think Fallout 5 will contain any sort of multiplayer element solely due to the poor performance of 76. I mean, don't get me wrong, I truly believe a good multiplayer Fallout game can happen, but it's clear that BGS just don't know how to make a good one. Like, their fundamentals are there, basically, the ingredients were there, they mixed it in, they fucked it. That's just what happened. And so, since they don't know how to make a good multiplayer game, they should just stick to single player. That's what they're good at, that's what they thrive at, that's where their shit is. So they should just stick with single player, maybe later on add in co-op at the most. They should not go on a full-on multiplayer title. If they want to do another if Bethesda, I mean as in Bethesda Softworks, want a multiplayer Fallout title, then they should go to the folks that made Elder Scrolls Online, because they're doing quite a good job over there. Go to them. Just don't let BGS do it. And with single player games, you get those they get that mod support much easier than the multiplayer title, because right now Fallout 76 fucking lacking all the mods, and we all know BGS titles, they need the mods. They need the mods. Like, I didn't believe in that when I was younger, but when I got a PC I was like, holy fuck. So currently right now my Fallout 4 has 206 mods, and I think they're all essential. Also, by the way, Todd Howard even confirmed Fallout 5 being single player during a talk with a GameStar, saying that he wants to have those games to stick to single player and that's where their focus is, but they won't dismiss any social aspects just yet. So let's dive into what kind of single player Fallout we should be expecting here. Will it be a Fallout 3 or a Fallout 4? Well, if you checked out my latest video talking about the Elder Scrolls 6, where I said that ES6 will most likely be the modern day Morrowind, actually I think I said that in the comments. However, yeah, I do believe that, because after making like different style games in the past, BGS actually nearly went out of business before they said, you know what, fuck it, let's make the kind of game we want to make, and then they went and made Morrowind. And we all know how that went. I believe after the success of the Elder Scrolls 6, because let's be honest with each other here, that game will be a massive success just because of namesake. Well, that's if they've learned their lesson and haven't went full EA at that point. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Skyrim version of the Atomic Shop would be absolutely horrendous, let's all just say that. And yeah, and since ES6 will be a Morrowind sort of title, I truly believe that Fallout 5 will have very similar elements to ES6, which means it will be more of a role-playing focused game than Fallout 4. And it will definitely not have a voice protagonist, especially after the reception of 4. Don't get me wrong, I think the voice actors did a great job, it's just that it doesn't really let you become the character, you know? And with the removal of the voice protagonist, I fully expect the return of the classic dialogue system of 3 in New Vegas. So hopefully all that's in there, and hopefully along with it is skill checks as well. And that dumb dialogue. I love the dumb dialogue. Keep that in every role-playing game should have dumb dialogue. So yeah, I believe Fallout 5 will be more like Fallout 3 with the sort of combat of Fallout 4, and maybe a little bit more role-playing than before. I can also imagine the return of the settlement building. Yes, I do. I know how much you guys don't like it, but I quite enjoyed it. Well, I enjoyed it in 4, I didn't really enjoy it in 76, because in 76 they're like, hey, you need to find blueprints of everything, and I'm like, absolutely not. I do not accept that at all. I think that's just pure fucking gameplay design, but okay. So if they decide to make this mechanic return, which I do believe they will, then they have to truly not make it an essential to any sort of main story quest, and have it completely optional, like absolutely optional. Like, you go, you can make a base if you want. It doesn't involve any of the main gameplay mechanics. Settlement building has to be a side thing. Like, they say, like, Todd Howard actually, I'm pretty sure he says, like, oh yeah, the entire settlement building is optional in Fallout 4, and I'm like, it kinda wasn't, you're kinda talking a wee bit of shite, Todd Howard. They're talking a wee bit of shite there. In terms of the setting of Fallout 5, this could be anything, really, but since BGS like to stick to the East Coast, don't expect a return towards California anytime soon. Where do I think we'll go? Well, since in Fallout 4 they did tease West Virginia, I'm assuming that our answer lies within Fallout 76. But since no one has found the answer in Fallout 76 yet, let's play a guessing game. Let's have some fun with this. I kind of want it to go towards the New York area. There has actually been debates between fans to whether or not New York has been completely obliterated in the Fallout universe, to which I say it probably was, but before Bethesda's time with the series, because we know that BGS have made some lore altercations kind of thing. They've kind of mixed things up, they've kind of changed a few things, they've made previous lore not canon in the recent games, so anything can really happen. So a potential Fallout 5 in New York seems quite likely, but I'm curious how the map would be laid out, as New York is a big fucking place. So they would want to fit as many big landmarks as possible in there, but not have 90% of the map be like city landscapes, you know? So what would be the overall story for Fallout 5? Well, that kind of leaves me guessing, like much of this video. And much like how the Fallout 76 had me guessing what the fuck I was doing for most of it. So yeah, I still don't know what that story is. I keep making fun of Fallout 76, but I've not actually done a video on that game ever since like the release of it. So I've just had all this negative Fallout 76 energy built up, and I'm ready to just swing at it. But I'm not gonna be doing that majority of this video. Actually, I'm already doing the majority of this video. Fuck it, let's continue. One thing is for sure, and I hate to say this, we are probably going to get another, like, find my insert relative here questline. Fallout 3 was like, find dad, then deal with a major faction. Then in Fallout 4 it was, find son, oh, then deal with a major faction. But it's optional this time, you get to choose your major faction you want to deal with. Although I would say Fallout 4's story had a better, like, twist to it, but both main quest lines aren't really that great. Like, they're good, but it just wasn't amazing. Although BGS is not well known for their amazing storytelling, they're more well known for their just the world building and exploration and stuff like that. What I want to see in terms of story, however, is playing as a character who hasn't grown up in a vault, but maybe in like a more secluded society outside of New York, and has to make like a supply run when he hits a certain age for the first time ever. And so when he goes into the New York area for a supply run, that's when things start to escalate. That's when he starts interacting with brand new factions and stuff. Now that would be fucking cool. Also, just imagine like maybe a main quest line or a side quest line dealing with a post-war 1920s-esque mafia group, but the group have like super mutants and ghouls in their ranks. That'd be fucking amazing. But in terms of like factions returning in Fallout 5, of course there's going to be the fucking Brotherhood of Steel, because you know that's a big brand thing. They can't miss out the Brotherhood of Steel. They have to be in every fucking title. They can't just be brand new Fallout factions. They have to be the return of the Brotherhood of Steel, making their dominance, swinging their big dick around every fucking main title, which annoys me. Fun fact, actually, I've never did a playthrough of Fallout 4 where I sided with the Brotherhood because I don't like them. Also, I think the game should take place in the 2300s, which would be, what, like 20, 30 years after Fallout 4? I say this because I want there to be more established societies and towns that are doing more than just simply surviving and living off scraps, but actually flourishing. So what should we expect from Fallout 5? Well, expect it to be more similar to Fallout 3 with slightly more role-playing elements, the return of the shooting and looting mechanics from Fallout 4, settlement building in a much more smaller scale, no voice protagonist, and of course, They have to add this. They're going to, I fucking swear it to you, they're probably going to add it. The Atomic Shop 2.0. Obviously that's a joke. Hopefully they've learned their lesson by then, but the fucking course Bethesda's going right now, you never fucking know. I don't know. So yeah, basically Fallout 3 2.0 is what sorry. So yeah, basically Fallout 3 2.0 is what I'm expecting from Bethesda at the moment. I really hope they just go back to that route, because the whole, like, Fallout 4 is a great game. Not a good Fallout, but a good game. There's mechanics in there that I want to see evolved. I want to see like better and added in Fallout 5, but I want those role-playing mechanics. That's what I want in my role-playing games. Anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you guys have any ideas for Fallout 5, please leave them down in the comments below. I would love to read them. I love reading like fan fiction sort of stuff with Fallout. I love reading things that are just created by fans in general. That's why I love going into the modded series where I explore Fallout Miami, Fallout Cascadia. I love doing that because fans can be so much more creative than the developers sometimes. Like, they're fucking brilliant. Again, special thanks to my brilliant wee patrons Simon609, Kendall Gunshop Devil, and Proxy1 for their continued support over on my Patreon. What am I saying? Yeah guys, thanks so much for your support, it means a lot. Thank you for making this video possible. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.